Good evening, Belize, and welcome to XTV's news broadcast for Friday, January 9, 2026. Making headlines tonight, BTL holds press conference on smart acquisition. Amidst mounting opposition to acquisition bid, BTL board withholds vote. And Northern sugar industry stakeholders meet to plan for delayed sugar crop season. We take our first break and return with the news in detail.
Here's how to be a part of Benny's Homecation in 3 easy steps. First, download the B-Bucks app and sign up to be eligible. It's fast and easy. Then, shop at any Benny's location or Benny's entity. Remember to choose products from our monthly Homecation jackpot categories to earn entries. Now you can earn B-Bucks with purchases made and be a part of the Benny's Homecation jackpot for a chance to win the $10,000 grand prize in December. Win the ultimate Homecation with Benny's, quality and savings.
Enhanced service and faster sickness benefit claim processing are at your fingertips with SSB's healthcare feature, accessible via the My Social Security self-service portal. Your convenience during illness is key. Now your doctor can certify your period of illness, and your employer can confirm your employment details digitally, eliminating the need to visit our office. But wait, it gets better. You can also review the medical certificate provided by your doctor in your My Social Security account, along with real-time processing updates, keeping you informed. To ensure a smooth process, always review your electronic medical certificate before you hit submit. Upon submission, your employer is notified via email of your claim submitted to SSB and must respond within 48 hours for your claim to be automatically processed. For more information, check out our guides on our website and YouTube pages. Social Security at your fingertips.
At Atlantic Bank, your convenience is our priority. Our contact center is designed to enhance your banking experience. With a wide range of customer service options, you save time and effort. You can easily call in to block or unblock your debit and credit cards, perform account inquiries, and access detailed card information. Whether you need assistance with online banking, merchant support, or general inquiries, our team is ready to help. For added convenience, if all operators are busy, you can leave your number and an operator will return your call as soon as possible to ensure you receive the support you need. Depending on your transaction type, we may need to verify your identity through a set of security questions. And remember, Atlantic Bank will never request your username or password for Atlantic Online via phone call, text, or email, ensuring your personal information remains safe and secure. Our support team is available Monday to Friday from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. in both English and Spanish. Simply dial 223-1212. This is a dedicated line for our contact center. Atlantic Bank is committed to providing you with exceptional service and the tools you need to manage your finances conveniently and securely. Take full advantage of our easy-to-use contact center services today.
Atlantic Bank, building the future together.
Want all the postpaid perks without the commitment? Now you can with Smart Supercharged prepaid plans. All the talk, text, and data you need. No contracts, no hassle. Pay upfront for your package and enjoy total freedom. No commitments. Just simple, flexible plans that fit your life. Pick your power, Core, Edge, or Prime. Prepaid plans ready when you ready. Commit to no commitments and get yours today. Dial 7526 or star 100 pound key, use the Smart app, or visit a Gimme Dollar agent to purchase today. Smart, bringing people together.
Tired of replacing light bulbs? LEDs are what you need. LEDs last up to 30,000 hours. That's 30 times longer than incandescent bulbs, and up to 8 times longer than compact fluorescents. So less changing and less trash. planet Earth thanks you. And the LED experts at Brothers Habet and Habet will help you find the best LED solution with colors for every room and mood, starting as low as $6.95. You can even get LED strips for home, office, and industrial use. So say goodbye to fluorescent tubes forever. And because they use up to 90% less energy, you save money. Money you can spend on other things. So head to Brothers Habet or Habet and Habet today. You can also call, email, or Facebook us. Have a brilliant day.
Still like one dream, because I say at the age of 63, I can say I own my own house. I can honestly say, and it get me weak. Before this, I was living on the mobile home, right? And then after a while, it started to go in and start to lock up and things.
1, 2, 3.
Actually, I may give up. I used to cry and night time. I said, Lord, please. And there comes Miss Mar. I always say, if you're not serious about something, don't pray for it. Don't pray about it. And I ask my God, please lead the Good Samaritan to me.
The housing program of the government of Belize, which is administered through the Ministry of Infrastructure Development and Housing, is definitely, without question, one of the best programs our government has to offer, providing an opportunity for Belizeans who are in need to own their own home. And so I'm very, very happy for Ms. Beverly Harris and her family. She has been asking for support and help with her home for a long time. And I'm very, very glad that with the kind support of the Ministry of Infrastructure Development and Housing, that we were able to get this done for her.
I'm thankful. On a scale of 1 to 10, I give 20. I love it. I love it.
As the year comes to a close, let's reflect on a year defined by progress, resilience, and a commitment to people. Throughout 2025, the Belize City Council remained focused on delivering tangible results while laying the groundwork for a smarter, safer, and more resilient city. This year, physical infrastructure remained a cornerstone of our work. A total of 17,437 linear feet of street were successfully rehabilitated using chip and seal or concrete construction, improving access and mobility across neighborhoods. In addition, a total of 350 manhole covers were replaced. Our sanitation and drainage efforts have also been intensified. This year, our team recorded 94,229 linear feet of drains dug and cleaned, strengthening flood mitigation and public health outcomes. To better serve residents, our fleet capacity expanded significantly. This year saw the addition of 5 electric pickup trucks, 7 diesel pickups, and 3 utility trucks, enhancing service delivery to our residents. The council also received a second garbage compactor truck, generously donated by the government of Japan, joining the first compactor previously donated. A third compactor was purchased to further strengthen night crew operations and our fight against garbage hotspots. As part of our broader smart city initiatives to improve traffic management and pedestrian safety, new traffic light systems were installed at the intersection of Vernon Street and East Colette Canal and corner King and Regent Streets, bringing the city's total to 9 systems. We continued our city beautification efforts and, in collaboration with the Belize Tourism Board, planted 10 royal palms at Battlefield Park. Our commitment to social infrastructure continues to translate into meaningful community impact. As part of our community wellness efforts, we delivered more free health clinics and health fairs, supported initiatives like the Autism Walk and World AIDS Day, and co-hosted sporting events like the 2025 Belize City Half Marathon and the annual triathlon. Once again, we proudly hosted the 8th annual Christmas tree lighting ceremony featuring the Francis Renaud Christmas Concert Series, reaffirming our dedication to tradition, culture, and shared community moments. Local economic activity grew through our downtown super sales, continuation of the Mahogany Street Marketplace initiative, and new community events, creating opportunities for over 120 small businesses and local entrepreneurs. One of those new events is the Midweek Wine Down Series, a fresh way for residents to connect, network, and unwind. Our property tax incentive program offered meaningful financial relief with structured discounts throughout the first quarter and a 35% discount for senior citizens year-round. Youth development continued to expand in both reach and impact. The Mayor for a Day initiative provided mentorship and leadership exposure, while targeted programs such as Mengage, Lead Hership, the Youth Connect Summer Blast, Pee Wee Basketball League, and Math and English summer programs welcomed hundreds of young people. Additionally, our second student hub was launched, marking another milestone and manifesto promise. While the first hub continues to serve students daily, Smart City initiatives accelerated throughout the year. We successfully launched e-ridership cards and our e-taxi service with 4 electric vehicles, which have served over 5,000 passengers, and celebrated the first anniversary of the e-bus service, which has served over 250,000 passengers. On the global stage, Belize City was invited to engage with leading urban innovators at the Smart City Summit and Expo in Taiwan, the Smart City Expo World Congress in Spain, and C40 World Mayors Summit in Brazil, where the Council's e-mobility project was named a finalist under the Clean, Reliable Transportation category for the 2025 Local Leaders Awards. At the same time, the Council continued to strengthen local, regional, and international partnerships. Through Mayor Wagner's intervention at the European Parliament in Belgium, Belize City helped reinforce the importance of decentralized cooperation, where cities and national governments work alongside international partners to meet local needs. The impending reconstruction of the Belcan Bridge and the Swing Bridge demonstrates how international partnerships can directly support communities at the local level. Through CIMO, the Council signed on to the UNDRR's Making Cities Resilient 2030 initiative and hosted 2 workshops under the program, strengthening our preparedness and resilience for the future. Progress on the floating boardwalk project continued with feasibility reaffirmed in November, bringing this transformative vision closer to reality. Looking ahead, our focus remains on strategic infrastructure development, expanding digital access and services, advancing the floating boardwalk and Yabra Fish Market revitalization, and continuing to grow our e-bus fleet. On behalf of Mayor Wagner, the City Councilors, and our entire Belize City Council family, we thank you for your trust, your engagement, and your belief in what we can achieve together. Here's to continued progress in 2026. Your Belize City Council, always about the people.
Welcome back with your news. I am Drea Espinosa. Following reports that the board of majority government-owned Belize Telemedia Limited would vote this morning on the acquisition of SpeedNet Smart and 3 cable companies, including Centaur Communications and CTI NextGen, the company held a press conference this morning. Its purpose was to explain why it is a good deal in the face of calls from civil society organizations and the private sector for transparency and safeguards to be put in place, given the implications of returning the telecoms industry to a monopoly. Because the Public Utilities Commission must decide On the deal, BTL must submit an application with their proposal. We are told this has already been done, but it is still under review. The board comprises 10 members, 6 of whom are appointed by the government, 3 by the Social Security Board, which has over 30% shares in BTL, and 1 member representing minority shareholders. Ahead of today's board meeting, one of SSB's 3 directors on the BTL board, Chandra Nisbet Cancino, resigned, leaving only Alan Pollard and Emogene Habet. Our reports are that the SSB does not support the acquisition, and Chairman Mark-Helm Lizarraga indicated at the press conference that the process of providing information to the directors continues. He shared the reasons for the acquisition.
What has happened is that the industry has overcapitalized, has become inefficient as a result of that, really, because it's wasted resources. And who pays for all of this overcapitalization and this duplication of resources? It's the consumer. So the whole move from way back in 2018 was to see how we could consolidate and become more efficient as an industry, and how those savings can be passed on to the consumers, to the shareholders, and to the company and the benefit of the employees. First of all, these companies are not, in our view, cable companies. We're focused more on the broadband side, on the fiber. These companies have been, as you well know, moving over to a fiber backbone and fiber infrastructure. These companies, I'm told, have invested a lot of money over the years in upgrading their fiber backbones and their fiber runs, and you know that. So, then, first of all, they're not cable. We call them content over fiber now. That's the drift. That's where it's going. So, what has a significant value for us, quite frankly, is the customer base and the cash flows.
Why would we need to incorporate those cable companies?
The broadband companies do just like the broadband
they
companies.
don't represent the kind of competition that Smart would represent. Why were they included in the deal?
Because we think, and even in the very beginning, I stated earlier, Marisol, that when the company invested $100 million in the fiber to the home, we have a backbone that I think covers CO 85 to 90% or 80 to 90% of the homes passed in the country, right? So we already have the pipe in front of your house. And a lot of these companies have the last mile connected to the home. So we bring in the broadband, we have a lot of the pipes, they have a lot of the pipes, and they carry the last mile to the homes. So again, the value for us is to stop the duplication of all of the lines we see on the lampposts, right? By the customers and the cash flow from that, so that we could continue to justify the robust infrastructure that we need to have as an essential service.
It's the older people who were looking at those channels at home through television, the younger population, not look at no TV, their TV that it owns, and that's going to be the future of this industry.
Right, but you think people now need Wi-Fi and data services to their house? You think they're going to stop by?
Provide without needing
through other, that's what they do. A big portion of their business is the provision of data as well. That's what they do. They not only provide content.
What percentage of the market? It can't be more than 10.
What's the population exactly? What's the customer base that you're talking about for those?
We think we have about 50% of the broadband market, and there's 50% out there to be.
And Smart has how much on that?
Smart has very limited, in my view.
The wireless.
The wireless.
Yeah. Smart, yeah. So they don't have a fixed network.
Lizarraga was clear that there won't be any public consultation despite the government's shares in the company representing $450 million.
Private companies, so the decisions that we make here not necessarily need public consultations, but we will have public disclosures. And as a part of the due process, we've engaged an external auditing firm with a lot of experience in the LATAM area.
Lizaraga spoke about some of the concerns the PUC raised in meetings they've had.
What we're proposing falls under the remit of the PUC, and we have had conversations with the PUC telling them why we're proposing to do what it is that we're proposing to do. Granted, we have our own interests and why we're doing it, because we have a duty to the company and the performance of the company and the shareholders, as well as the employees, as well as the consumers who are our owners as well. So we have to take care of everybody. No, the PUC has concerns. And I'll tell you, one of the concerns they have is that the legislation is not current for the monopoly situation, if that's what you want to call it. For the single player, single national player, different. And we have said to them, we're absolutely prepared to stabilize prices, right? And wait for you to have your legislation in order. No drastic changes. We're not in this for 1 year, 2 years. It's a long-term investment. And hopefully, when the synergies begin to kick in and the needless duplication of capital expenditure stops, then the consumers as well as the shareholders will be able to benefit from lower prices or more value. The position we've taken at BTL has been to give people more value. So you try and maintain revenues, you don't want to cut revenues, but bundle things. Value bundling, we call it, right? So that you don't have to buy this one, this service here and that service there, by the time you add up the expense, we bundle things.
Whereas Chairman Lizaraga this morning made it appear that the acquisition was still in the discussion phase, sources confirm earlier reports that the move was being put to a vote at a meeting that started at 11 this morning and lasted 4 hours. Sources confirmed that only Pollard showed up to the meeting representing SSB. Also absent was a government rep, Melissa Balderrama-Smaller. Based on the lack of support from the SSB due to insufficient data, the acquisition was not voted on as intended today. At today's BTL conference, we asked the chairman what will happen with the employees of SpeedNet Smart if the acquisition goes through.
The company is always looking for opportunities to grow. As we continue to grow towards a more techno-driven company as well, we believe there will be enough opportunities to place a lot more people into the organization. The companies will not disappear overnight. There will be a long period of transition, right? So that's the best way I can answer it. And we're always looking for good people to join our team. This company has to grow because, again, it has such an important role to play in national communications. Don't lose sight of that. We can't race to the bottom. We have to elevate our standards of service delivery. We have to have good equipment. We have to have modern equipment. If we want Belize to grow in the digital age, you know what impact we have on the economy of this country? Think about it. Why we need the quality? Look at all the people that are employed in call centers. Who do you think is the backbone to that? It's BTL. Everybody that communicates in this country needs us to have modern, updated equipment.
And that's why monopoly is scary.
Because
I don't trust you. You're a vindictive person by nature. This is your nature. You've been vindictive against me, against Channel 7, so I know this.
Yeah. I won't answer that.
And that is why we need safeguards and legislation.
Absolutely. That's why the PUC
and you're not going to wait for the PUC to put in that legislation. That's what
we will.
Today.
We've already told you that. We will.
Present for today's press conference was public accountant Reynaldo Magana, senior partner at Moore Belize LLP. They are a subsidiary of Moore Consulting Network, which BTL officials say operates in Latin America with a proven track record of deals in the telecommunications sector. Here is BTL's Chief Financial Officer, Ian Cleverly, followed by Magana.
We use an audit firm that had global presence, but we also focused on audit firms that had a presence in LATAM because it's more relevant. Moores have had access to their global team to support us on the technical evaluations, pricing mechanisms, So we have had expertise from outside of Belize, outside of LATAM, working with more.
Did you have a pool that you were choosing from?
So we looked at a couple of other firms, but based on expertise, we picked more Belize.
So now I wanted to go back to the numbers in terms of the profitability and why it is that we are paying much more in the millions for these broadband companies than we would have been paying back in 2018, I think, when the proposals were on the table.
So at this point in time, we are still in that evaluation period. We are still working on those numbers, and the process has not completed as yet. So there is discussions with board members that will happen. The valuations will be part of that discussion, but those discussions have not yet completed. So at this point, I cannot add any further clarity regarding the numbers per se. Let's go through the evaluation process.
The More Global Network is a network of auditing, accounting, and also business advisors that operate globally. We're in over 100 countries. We have over 500 offices, over 37,000 staff globally, and the combined network revenue is about $5 billion US. The experts that we used for this engagement included the local office, which provided the on-the-ground support, and also the More Brazil team from the More Belo Horizonte office. Some of the references that were brought to that were evaluated for this engagement, they had also worked on major engagements in Brazil, such as the Telemon Group, which is a group that generates over $5 billion in revenues in Brazil. So we have the experience in the telecom sector, and also experience in mergers and acquisitions, and also valuation services done internationally and globally.
Magana insisted it was not he alone doing the work, and that the team of experts, evaluators, and advisors provided the necessary checks and balances to ensure their assessments stand up to scrutiny. After the break, is Chairman Mark Lizarraga in a conflict of interest? Stay with us.
When Shell V-Power flows through your engine, confidence flows through you. Choose the fuel that 100% cleans critical engine parts and keeps your engine performing like new.
Electricity is essential for everyday life, but behind every outlet, a lot is happening to bring you safe, reliable, and sustainable energy. Let's start at the beginning. Independent power producers across Belize generate electricity using a mix of renewable and non-renewable resources. Electricity travels across a network of high-voltage transmission lines capable of transmitting electricity across long distances. Electricity then reaches your nearest substation, where it is adjusted to a lower voltage, making it safe to travel on the distribution lines you see in your community. From there, electricity makes its final journey from the distribution lines to your home, providing you with safe and reliable power when you need it. We continue to serve you.
Nando's Wholesale is your market leader in Belize's wholesale industry when it comes to high-quality products at the most reasonable and competitive prices. With over 40 years in the wholesale business, Nando's Wholesale embraces the partnership of the hotel industry in Belize by providing world-renowned brands in wines, seasonings, condiments, and cleaners in industrial sizes, as well as small and large kitchen appliances and equipment. Nando's also takes pride in providing one of the quietest and most durable air conditioning systems in Belize with technical support and spare parts. Nando's Wholesale. Professional, reliable, effective, and prompt. Nando's Wholesale always delivers. Visit us at www.nandos.bz or send an email to nandos@nandos.bz Or, even better yet, give us a call today at 222-500 or 280-8080 to speak to one of our sales representatives today.
Halititani wahali bungi buago Halititani wahali wabure me buago Lupidi aguyu Hadiga bali Ufara ya ubogo Lagoro bunyadi bu Lagoro bunyadi bu Wabure me.
Enhanced service and faster sickness benefit claim processing are at your fingertips with SSB's healthcare feature, accessible via the My Social Security self-service portal. Your convenience during illness is key. Now your doctor can certify your period of illness, and your employer can confirm your employment details digitally, eliminating the need to visit our office. But wait, it gets better. You can also review the medical certificate provided by your doctor in your My Social Security account, along with real-time processing updates, keeping you informed. To ensure a smooth process, always review your electronic medical certificate before you hit submit. Upon submission, your employer is notified via email of your claim submitted to SSB and must respond within 48 hours for your claim to be automatically processed. For more information, check out our guides on our website and YouTube pages. Social Security at your fingertips.
Sir, your item is ready for viewing.
Is that all?
This is everything.
Whether you are a busy person or stuck in traffic or having an adverse or very demanding circumstance, tension builds up, causing you to be stressed out. Stress attacks everyone, anytime, any age. And stress is a killer. Palm City? It's best to be alive than dead. So visit Freetown Drugstore to get options to relieve stress and to relax your mind.
This time, what can I do for you today?
I'm so stressed out.
Okay, I'll say I help you right now. When I this daily, for 10 days, I am good after that, okay?
Okay.
Freetown Drugstore, 28 Freetown Road, where you are better off alive than dead. Freetown Drugstore, telephone 223-2876.
The BTL chairman was also asked to address his conflict of interest, given that NextGen is owned by his brother Pete Lizarraga.
One of the first things we did when we came to BTL was we put in a conflict of interest policy. As well, you will know, we put in, I shouldn't be telling you this, you know this already. We put in the small shareholder as the chairperson for the internal audit subcommittee of the board. That chairperson reports directly to the board, not to the CEO or not to the chairman as was once the practice. So we've tried to separate that. When the conversations became serious this time around, I declared my potential conflict, the perception of conflict. We have a declaration form that the company has whenever we're in these positions. Directors have used it in the past perceived conflict situations. And I'll be honest with you, my position when it comes to the board will be that I will have to recuse myself. So I hope that answers your question.
But how is that fair to the board? And you know there's been protests about this internally. How is that fair to the board when you are the one who gestate the entire process, you negotiate it ultimately, and then you leave it to the board?
First of all, let me correct you. I did not gestate it. This was gestated in 2018 by you know who, so I don't have to go there.
Yes.
So this was gestated from then. What we have done is we've set up independent processes along the way. Ian has been responsible for compiling this presentation along with external input, of course, and then we'll be guided by that process. So it's going to come to the board. Yes, I'm the chairman. Yes, I know that negotiations are taking place, but we have independent exercises taking place at the same time.
The National Trade Union Congress of Belize, NTUCB, today issued a press release voicing its concerns over the proposed acquisition by Belize Telemedia Limited of SpeedNet Smart and other entities. The NTUCB warned that the move could jeopardize the retirement savings of thousands of workers while threatening to undermine competition and could lead to increased consumer costs and degrade telecommunication services. The NTUCB called for 3 immediate actions. 1, that the acquisition be halted until comprehensive competition and merger control legislation is enacted. 2, that beneficial ownership of all parties be disclosed, including an independent audit from a reputable external firm. And 3, that there be transparent national consultations involving workers, consumers, the NTUCB, social partners, civil society groups, and the business community. The NTUCB pledged its solidarity with all citizens who demand responsible stewardship of public assets and promised to engage with all affected parties. It committed to continue demanding transparency, accountability, and worker-first governance in the process. The NTUCB also promised to take all necessary peaceful and lawful actions, including public demonstrations and legal advocacy, to protect the pensions and telecommunications interests of workers and citizens. Meanwhile, the United Democratic Party, UDP, urged the BTL Board of Directors to immediately pause any approval of the proposed acquisition. In its statement, the UDP insisted that no approval should be granted unless several safeguards are put in place first. These include an independent valuation and due diligence process, an independent long-term viability outlook spanning 2, 5, 7, and 10 years, and a transition plan that accounts for emerging technologies such as satellite services. The party also called for a national interest impact assessment, meaningful stakeholder consultation, full public disclosure, and a clear explanation for the inclusion of cable companies in the proposed acquisition. It questioned the economic justification for using taxpayer funds to acquire companies it says are becoming obsolete due to advances in technology and streaming services. The party emphasized that telecommunications underpin commerce, education, public safety, and daily family life, and underscored that Belizeans have a right to know what is being negotiated in their name. The UDP warned that moving forward without transparency, independent review, and public consultation would further erode public trust and could intensify public opposition. It expressed readiness to join with the Belizean people, the Chamber, unions, and civil society partners in promoting a zero-tolerance approach to corruption, including peaceful and lawful public action if necessary. Later in the afternoon, the 4 independent senators representing the Chamber, the churches, the National Trade Union Congress of Belize, and the NGOs issued a statement aligning themselves with the calls made by the Chamber of Commerce and the NTUCB for a pause of all decisions on the BTL acquisition until all relevant information, including independent valuations, are disclosed. Their statement reads, quote, "We believe any decision to transform the telecommunications landscape into a monopoly is regressive," end quote. They also gave notice that they will act, quote, "as a unified bloc to exercise our powers and functions as senators to counter what we deem to be a sordid initiative," end quote. A meeting was held this week with Honorable Osman Martinez, Minister of State in the Ministry of Economic Transformation, government officials, and stakeholders in the northern sugar industry to review preparations ahead of the 2025-2026 crop season. The ministry established bi-monthly stakeholder meetings, which are to be held at the Sugar Industry Control Board conference room in Buena Vista, Corozal. At the meetings will be representatives from the SICB, the Sugar Industry Research and Development Institute, Belize Sugar Industries, American Sugar Refining, the Sugar Cane Production Committee, and the 4 cane farmers associations. Stakeholders also received updates on sugar road works and established a committee, which includes representatives from major institutions to work alongside the Ministry of Infrastructure Development and Housing on road maintenance. Likewise, they reviewed mill readiness for the 2026 crop. BSIASR confirmed plans to begin steam trials today. The meeting also addressed key support measures, including the fuel subsidy and the waiver of licenses for sugarcane transport units. The next coordination session is scheduled for January 16. After the break, Trump announces U.S. to withdraw from over 60 international organizations, and Belizean American award-winning actress gets portrait by Alex Sanker. Stay tuned.
Want all the postpaid perks without the commitment? Now you can with Smart Supercharged prepaid plans. All the talk, text, and data you need. No contracts, no hassle. Pay upfront for your package and enjoy total freedom. No commitments. Just simple, flexible plans that fit your life. Pick your power, Core, Edge, or Prime. Prepaid plans, ready when you ready. Commit to no commitments and get yours today. Dial 7526 or *100 #key, use the Smart app, or visit a Gimme Dollar agent to purchase today. Smart, bringing people together.
En Atlantic Bank, tu comodidad es nuestra prioridad. Nuestro centro de contacto está diseñado para mejorar tu experiencia bancaria, con una amplia gama de opciones de servicio al cliente. Ahorras tiempo y esfuerzo. Puedes llamar fácilmente para bloquear o desbloquear tus tarjetas de débito y crédito, realizar consultas de cuentas y acceder a información detallada de tus tarjetas. Ya sea que necesites asistencia con la banca en línea, apoyo para comercios o consultas generales, nuestro equipo está listo para ayudarte. Para mayor comodidad, si todos los operadores están ocupados, puedes dejar tu número y un operador te devolverá la llamada lo antes posible para asegurarse de que recibas el apoyo que necesitas. Para mayor seguridad, es posible que necesitemos verificar tu identidad con un conjunto de preguntas sencillas. Recuerda, Atlantic Bank nunca solicitará tu nombre de tu usuario ni contraseña de Atlantic Online por llamada telefónica, mensaje de texto o correo electrónico, asegurando que tu información personal permanezca segura y protegida. Nuestro equipo de apoyo está disponible de lunes a viernes, de 8 a.m. a 6 p.m., en inglés y en español. Simplemente marca al 223-1212. Esta es la línea dedicada para nuestro centro de contacto. Atlantic Bank se compromete a brindarte un servicio excepcional y las herramientas que necesitas para administrar tus finanzas de manera conveniente y segura. Aprovecha al máximo nuestro servicio del centro de contacto.
Atlantic Bank, building the future together.
Remember, not all light bulbs are created equal. Our lighting department offers a wide assortment of light fixtures and accessories to suit your style. So stop in today and get the right illumination for your homecation. And don't forget your B-Box when you make a purchase. Benny's, quality and savings.
Enhanced service and faster sickness benefit claim processing are at your fingertips with SSB's healthcare feature, accessible via the My Social Security self-service portal. Your convenience during illness is key. Now your doctor can certify your period of illness, and your employer can confirm your employment details digitally, eliminating the need to visit our office. But wait, it gets better. You can also review the medical certificate provided by your doctor in your My Social Security account, along with real-time processing updates, keeping you informed. To ensure a smooth process, always review your electronic medical certificate before you hit submit. Upon submission, your employer is notified via email of your claim submitted to SSB and must respond within 48 hours for your claim to be automatically processed. For more information, check out our guides on our website and YouTube pages. Social Security at your fingertips.
Still like one dream, because I say at the age of 63, I can say I own my own house. I can honestly say, and it get me weak. Before this, I was living on the mobile home, right? And then after a while, it started to go in and start to lock up and things.
1, 2, 3.
Actually, I give up. I used to cry and like time I said, Lord, please. And there comes Miss Mar. They always say, if you're not serious about something, don't pray for it. Don't pray about it. And I ask my God, please lead the Good Samaritan to me.
The housing program of the government of Belize, which is administered through the Ministry of Infrastructure Development and Housing, is definitely, without question, one of the best programs our government has to offer, providing an opportunity for Belizeans who are in need to own their own home. And so I'm very, very happy for Ms. Beverly Harris and her family. She has been asking for support and help with her home for a long time. And I'm very, very glad that with the kind support of the Ministry of Infrastructure Development and Housing, that we were able to get this done for her.
I'm thankful. On a scale of 1 to 10, I give 20. I love it. I love it.
U.S. President Donald Trump has declared that he intends to remove the country from 66 United Nations and other international organizations, including important platforms for collaboration on issues such as democracy, peace, and climate change. Trump, in a presidential memo released on Wednesday night, stated that the decision was made following a review earlier this year of whether, quote, organizations, conventions, and treaties are contrary to the interests of the United States, end quote. By withdrawing, the U.S. would cease participation but also cut all funding to the affected entities. The list shared by the White House featured 35 non-UN organizations, including notably the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, the International Institute for Democracy and Electoral Assistance, and the International Union for Conservation of Nature. The White House announced the U.S. is also withdrawing from 31 UN agencies, including the UN's top climate change treaty body, the UN Framework Convention on Climate Change, the UN Democracy Fund, the top UN entity working on maternal and child health, the UNFPA, and groups focused on protecting at-risk groups from violence during wars, including the UN Office of the Special Representative of the Secretary General for Children in Armed Conflict. Following Trump's announcement on Wednesday, top UN officials said the U.S. has a legal obligation to keep paying its dues that fund UN agencies. Secretary General Antonio Guterres said he regretted Trump's decision to withdraw from the 31 UN-related agencies. He added that despite the announcement, the UN entities targeted will keep doing their work. He stated, quote, "The United Nations has a responsibility to deliver for those who depend on us," end quote. The UN and several entities affected say they learned about the withdrawal through news reports and the White House social media posts Wednesday. Belizean American Cara Young is a two-time consecutive Tony Award winner, making her only the first Black performer to win back-to-back Tonys. In 2025, when she received her fourth nomination, she won for Best Featured Actress in a play for her performance as Azizi in Purpose. In 2024, she won in the same category for her performance of Ludi Bell in Pearly Victorious. Young was born to Belizean parents Clay Young Sr. and Vanessa Jenkins in Harlem, New York. Today, she got another accolade as famed Belizean artist Alex Sanker unveiled a portrait in her honor. Young spoke of the gift.
And when I heard that Alex had interest in painting me, I was incredibly honored, but also incredibly honored because he's a Belizean artist, and for him to immortalize a moment that happens to be very historical within our family, which is weird for me to even say that because I'm always like, wow, I can't believe I'm just in it. I'm so in it that I don't realize that I'm in it, and but it happens to be a very historical moment for the family and also for Belize. What's been really beautiful is the impact that it has made for Belizeans in the diaspora and Belizeans here in Belize. I feel so honored to immortalize the moment and to be painted by a Belizean artist.
Sanger spoke of how the opportunity came up to honor Young for her successes and her connection to Belize.
I met her mom, right? And we were just talking generally, but I didn't know she was their daughter. And we just started talking, and she be like, you should do one my daughter because, she accomplished one lot, whatever I say. And I try to get in contact with she like forever, but didn't have the connections and stuff like that. And then when I tell she, I tell she the same thing. Let me create something that could literally say, you know what? A landmark piece, and that's what I did today. But I think personally, my whole journey now with art is to actually always big up Belizeans where they do good home and abroad. That's my objective. Why? Because when I say no wait for the mandate till I'm good. So I think this objective to get that accomplished in my lifetime is huge. Not for nobody else, for me, because I realize that financial wealth is not important to me no more. What I leave behind is important. This painting that she will get today, due to the fact that the statement behind it, this is going to be in her family for generations, man. I mean, I go to Europe and I see painting 400 years upon wall in museum. So the painting itself is historical, but yet is something that she could treasure.
Turning now to police news, police have arrested and charged 3 young men from San Ignacio in connection with a robbery in said municipality on December 15. 20-year-old Leon Nelson Coleman, 20-year-old Randolph Delton Hyde, and 21-year-old Joseph Joel Gentle have each been charged with robbery. In the incident, 72-year-old Roy Waite was attacked around 1 a.m. on said date, and as he was walking on Burns Avenue. The men stole a small amount of cash, food, and a cellular phone. Waite suffered head injuries and received treatment at the KHMH. ASP Stacy Smith said the men are expected to receive additional charges in relation to Waite's injuries.
Police have formally arrested and charged 20-year-old Leon Nelson Coleman, 21-year-old Joseph Joel Gentle, and 20-year-old Randolph Delton Hyde, all of San Ignacio Town, for the crime of robbery. These arrests follow police's investigation into the robbery of 72-year-old Roy Waite, which occurred on the night of December 15, 2025. Mr. Waite was walking on Burns Avenue when he was approached by 3 individuals who assaulted him and stole from him some food, a small amount of money, and a cell phone. Additional charges are expected to be brought against these individuals in relation to the injury that Mr. Waite received during the course of this incident.
In other news, lately, backpack traveler from England, Zoe Reeve, who uses the social media handle Travel with Zoe, has taken Belize's social media by storm. She has been traveling across the country and has visited areas not popular with tourists yet. However, she's also been highlighting her daily journey of obtaining vegan meals as she is vegan. Not many Belizeans are vegans, and so her options have been mostly limited. Nutritionist Robin Daly said she actually would recommend that more Belizeans incorporate at least a few vegan meals now and then to help with a balanced diet.
They would get their protein from plant sources. Nothing is wrong with this. This is fine. Many times I do encourage people to have a vegan meals or have vegan meals just to get rid of animal products out of the body, maybe for a couple of days. That's always a good thing to do. Just not have animal foods a couple times a week. So nothing is wrong with being vegan. I do like to stress that having a balanced amount of food is important because when I say balance, having different types of foods. I'm not too familiar with this this person that you mentioned that's on Facebook. I've heard it, but I haven't really watched her clippings to see all that she's eating from Belize. But we do have a very wide cross-section of foods here, plant-based foods, and we have a very wide variety of fruits and vegetables that people are growing in their backyard are easily accessible. Some are costly, I will agree, but we have a wide variety of foods that you can get. You could plant on your own and it's readily available countrywide. So things like beans, even some of our foods. Beans is a complete protein, and also when we look at egg whites. But of course, egg is from an animal source, so some vegans probably would not even eat egg whites. But my suggestion would be, or my advice would be to try just to have a variety. Vegan is fine once you make sure that you are getting the nutrients that you need. Many times, people eat the same foods every day. And that's what we don't want people to do. Like every day you're having the same type of fruits, the same bread, the same thing, but having that variety. So even, for example, if you have access to getting some sweet potato, you have access to get some oatmeal, you have access to get a piece of breadfruit, you have access to get a different type of fruit, soursop, whatever it may be, having that variety is where you get your different type of nutrients from. And as a extra insurance, it's always good to have a multivitamin. I do encourage that just to make sure you're getting the nutrients that you do need since you're not eating a lot of animal foods.
And the family and friends of 55-year-old Mark Anthony Gabriel, who was fatally shot in Belmopan on Wednesday, are organizing a candlelight vigil for Saturday at 6:30 p.m. in Belmopan. The vigil will start from A&R parking lot and will proceed down his usual evening route. The family said the vigil will serve to honor his memory and the kind soul he was, but should also send a strong message that violence will not be tolerated in Belmopan. And with that, we've come to the end of our newscast. The repeat can be viewed on the station later tonight at 9 and again Monday at midday. Join us again Monday for another edition of the news. And remember, you can always catch up with the day's top stories on our YouTube channel and Facebook page under XTV Belize. And you can watch the evening news live on our XTV BHNI app. I am Drea Espinosa. Have a safe and enjoyable weekend.
Thank you.